Hi, everyone. How is everybody doing? I do not like this lighting. One sec. Oh, not that one. That one? Betterish. How are you guys? I have some trivia. I don't know how many people are interested, but I have like a few Christmas questions and then some true crime trivia. I thought that'd be fun. Like, that's all I wanted. Fun little stream for the end of the year. Oh, hi, Casto. Hi, Brenda. Hi, Miss Betty. I'm tired too. I feel ya. It's like usually I'm only in half my PJs, but today, nah, we in full regalia. Positive. This is spoiled. Mm. Thank you. This is his brother, come here, Buster. Like, they will not let me sit in my chair. But this is his brother, Buster. Little Buster and Bill. They're my boys, my babies. Trying to get this to look good. Whatever. We're halfway there. All right. So who's feeling it? Who's feeling trivia? Is that what we're doing? Or are we just chit chatting? Because I can go either way. Nobody to steal my seat. Billy, you're stealing it. Right? Oh, I'm sorry, Brenda. That sucks. Are you good, or I saw you said you were a little under the weather, but I didn't know if you were like okay or not. Like, I know that at my daughter's doctor's appointment, they were telling me that RSV is going around really, really bad here, and they're having to ship kids like to a different state to put them in like inpatient or whatever. So all right, cool. Well, let's do this. We'll warm up with some like Christmas stuff, and then we'll go on to some true crime, because I don't know how many people actually like true crime that are actually in here right now. I know Brenda likes it. Okay, RSV is really scary, and it's super dangerous for older people and kids under 5, but it's very scary. Yep, you gotta move, Billy boy. You got to move. Cool. All right, cool. So we got at least 3 takers. I've got like a few questions that are like Christmas movie, Christmas like music, and then I've got some true crime. Thought we'd see how it goes, see how we like it. But I just wanted to do something fun. You know, everything's been so heavy lately that this sounds fun. So let's see. Ooh, okay, we'll start with this one. What popular stop motion film could be considered both a Halloween and a Christmas movie? First person in the chat gets it with the correct answer, obviously. Brenda got it. All right, let's see what's the next one. Okay, how many roles did Tom Hanks play in The Polar Express? I don't even know that one. Let me see. Okay. Casto's out. Brenda's out. You gonna kill it, Ben? You gonna kill it, Miss Betty? 6. Would you 6? But you're closer. He was the conductor, the older version of Hero Boy, Father Hobo, Scrooge, and Santa Claus. All right. Let's see. Oh, this one's one of my favorites. Okay. What does Clark Griswold's boss give him instead of a Christmas bonus in National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation? That's funny, Brenda. Close. Close, Casto. I'll give you give it to you. It's a food. A 1-year membership to the Jelly of the Month Club. Like, what a dick. It's one of my favorite movies, dude. Ah! And I just mixed up all my papers. That's cool because the only 2 that are Christmas are the top ones. So, should be good other than that. Oh, I love that movie. It's like, I absolutely love that movie. Hang on one sec. Okay. So let's see. Okay. What language does Ralphie's father think fragile is when he opens his prize in A Christmas Story? Yep, I'm Mandy mixed up tonight. Oh no, it's my internet cutting in and out. That sucks. Is it? Yeah. Let's see. What language does Ralphie's father think fragile is when he opens his prize in A Christmas Story? Casto's going with French. There you go, Brenda. You got it. I used to watch that movie. My sister would put it on for like 24 hours before Christmas. It was horrible. It was awful. All right, so let's pop over and do some true crime trivia. Let's try that. All right, let's see. Ooh, we doing some trivia, Adam. All the shenanigans over here. We're just moving from Christmas trivia to some true crime trivia. I try to get some easy-ish ones, or some newer ones, so see how we did. If we don't do too good, I got like 30 questions from the Christmas one, so we got that. All right, so let's go with the first one. Which Kansas city did Dennis Rader, the BTK killer, terrorize? It's in Kansas, so. That's all the yeah, this is Jeopardy. This is the Jeopardy round, the lightning round. Brenda got the last one, so she moved it over to true crime. Missouri Casto, jerk. Oh man. I just remember Park City, and I want to say a city that started with J. It was Wichita. So Wichita, Kansas. All right, this one's a bit easier. How did the son of Sam killer, David Berkowitz, finally get caught? They had multiple choices, but like I had to click them to see the right answer. So it's very innocuous. I love that movie Casto. I love it. I love Steve Martin in general. He's great. All right, so that one is going to be a traffic ticket. Saddam Sandkiller was caught by traffic ticket. He literally like saw the cops outside his car and like started confessing. So the more you know. Okay, how about this one? What city did Jack the Ripper terrorize? Oh yeah. Thanks, Betty. Oh, I know who you're talking about, Indigo. Who was that? Oh no, wasn't that the Don't Mess with Cat? Wait, was he a killer? The Don't Mess with Cats guy? His name was like Luke or something like that. London. Good job, Casto. You said Kansas City. Well, I meant what city in Kansas? Oh, look, Betty. Casto's in here, still in your thunder. That should have been your question, Miss Betty. And yes, if you need sleep, you can go to sleep. Feel free. You can leave the live on. We'll talk you to sleep. Oh, okay, cool. Huh. I didn't know that. All right, here's another one. This one's kind of easy. What did John Wayne Gacy like to dress up as? His mom. Are you trolling, Brenda? Sleep good, Miss Betty. Clown. That is right. Oh, you're gonna have to take him out, Miss Betty. He's getting you every time. He's reading your mind and typing it out faster. Okay, let's see. Okay. Who was this killer giant? I'm sorry. One of these offenders was arrested while in a phone booth. When the police officer told him to surrender, he was so tall that he put his hands on top of the phone booth. And who is this killer giant? Robert Hansen, the butcher baker. B. Ed Kemper, the co-ed killer. C. Ed Gain, the butcher of Plainfield. Or D. Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker. Night, Betty. That's right. Wow, that is so weird. Good job, Brenda and Casto. All got that together. Okay, let's see. Which couple? Actually, I have a story coming on this couple too. Which couple is known for the abduction and murder of 5 children between 1963 and 1965? A. Fred and Rosemary West. B. David Parker Ray and Cynthia Hindy. C. Ted Bundy and Carol Bundy. Or D. Ian Brady and Mira Hindley. Well, I have a profiling question that you'll probably get cast out. Yeah, technically you're winning tonight. David Parker Ray? Okay. We got one question. It is actually Ian Brady and Mira Hindley. David Parker Ray was the toy box killer, I believe. He was the one in Arizona who would like take women out to a soundproofed like shed thing and like torture them and record it. Like he was super creepy. Well, Ed Kemper, his name is Edmund. So you kind of won with that one. And it's spelled that way. So that's kind of even more interesting. All right, so this one is true or false, and this one is about profiling. So you might get this, Casto. Dr. Henry C. Lee, the famous criminologist and well, actually, it's not about profiling. My bad. And forensic scientist says that when he goes to investigate a crime scene, he doesn't believe what the police tell him. Is this true or false? That was loud. When he goes to investigate a crime scene, he doesn't believe what the police tell him. Brenda says true. And you're right. He says that every time he goes into a crime scene, he goes in not wanting to be told what happened. His full quote is, I always go in with an open mind. I don't even believe what the police tell me. They always try to tell you a story. I let the evidence speak for itself. Otherwise, you can overlook exculpatory evidence. And I can so get this because like when I'm writing stories, like true crime stories are never linear, if that makes sense. Like they're very it can take you in a million different directions if you take all the pieces and actually try and put it together. Like you'll never get a whole puzzle. You'll get like one whole puzzle and then like 5 partial puzzles. Casto's taking a break to give you guys a chance to catch up. Aw. All right, let's see. Okay, what decade did Robert Ressler popularized the term serial killer while in the FBI's behavioral science unit? The 60s, 70s, 80s, or 90s? You're good at this, Brenda. I feel like you've done this. I feel like you've done this once before. Okay. Let's see. That one's a little hard and not fun. Let's see. Okay, here we go. What is the CSI effect? A, the urge for an individual person to solve a crime. B, when a cold case is reopened years later and is solved using new evidence. C, jurors in a criminal trial expecting a perfect scientific evidence. Or D, the belief that any crime scene can become perfectly profiled to find a killer. Right? Or German spy has all the answers. You know, Brenda, I'm just saying, if you were a spy, we'd be using you for more than we do. All right. So this one is, I didn't actually get it either myself, but it's what is the CSI effect? The urge for an individual person to solve a crime. B, when a cold case is reopened years later and is solved using new evidence. C, jurors in a criminal trial expecting perfect scientific evidence. Or D, the belief that any crime scene can be perfectly profiled to find a killer. KB? That one is C. Jurors in a criminal trial expecting perfect evidence. I actually thought it was B too. So, but yeah, C. The CSI effect. Inspired by forensic television shows such as CSI, Crime Scene Investigation, is one of the ways that forensic shows have influenced the public's perceptions of the legal system. The jurors have started to expect undeniable forensic evidence in trials and place less weight on circumstantial evidence. Jurors are also more confident in forensic and DNA evidence, which can lead to a higher conviction rate. Let's do the true or false. I like the true or false ones. Okay. Forensic investigators can always match a bullet with the gun that fired it. I give you extra credit if you know what it's called. What that what matching a bullet to a gun is called. You're right. It is false. It has, if the gun has been modified after firing, if the bullet is badly damaged, or the bullet will no longer match the barrel, a link cannot be confirmed. With the rise in popularity of ghost guns, this type of work is getting more difficult, which it's also called ballistics. But let's see. Oh, okay. I like this one. Which song by the Beatles led Charles Manson to believe that a race war was coming? A, Hey Jude. B, Let It Be. C, Helter Skelter, or D, Strawberry Fields Forever. You're right. Brenda's starting. She's in lead now, kicking your butt. Network necromancers. Oh God. You should. You really should. You should. Let's see. Ooh, okay. Another one on David Berkowitz. Who did David Berkowitz, the son of Sam, claim to receive his orders to kill others from? A, a police officer. B, voices in his head. C, his father Sam. Or D, his neighbor's dog. D. Yes, the dog. Yes. I was like, was that right? Yes, it was. Man, the spy theory is becoming more relevant, Brenda. You've been holding out? You have. You've been holding out on us. We knew it. We knew it all along. Okay. This is a good one. Which real life, I feel like you guys are going to get this one really easy, though. Which real life notorious criminal is portrayed by Johnny Depp in the 2009 movie Public Enemies? A, John Dillinger. B, Al Capone. C, Babyface Nelson. Or D, Clyde Barrow. Now you can tell your true identity. She's a witch. Babyface Nelson. It's Dillinger. Castro's right. He's coming back. Oh man, this guy creeps me out. Okay, all of them. To be honest with you, all serial killers from the state all creep me out. This Alaskan serial killer, known as the Butcher Baker, would kidnap women and fly them deep into the wilderness and let them go. Unfortunately, he created an illusion of hope. This sick killer wanted to hunt the women and take their lives. Hence, thanks to a survivor who escaped and left her shoes behind as evidence, this monster was arrested. Is this A, Israel Keys, B, Robert Hansen, C, Peter Sutcliffe, or D, Richard Ramirez? And just for a little hint, there is a movie about him. It's called Frozen Ground, and it has John Cusack and Nicolas Cage in it. It's actually really good. You lie. You saw him on trial. Yeah, it's a good story. Like, and the movie is actually really good. Options again are A, Israel Keys, B, Robert Hansen, C, Peter Sutcliffe, or D, Richard Ramirez. And it's an Alaskan serial killer. See, Casta is the witch. Sits here and says we are, but it's him. Guessing B. Okay. Dang, girl, you're good. Your guess is right. It's Robert Hansen. He is creepy. Like, he would fly people out like to his base. Like it reminds me of that book that shit, I read that in like junior high. But what was it called? The Most Dangerous Game. Do you guys remember that book? Like where the guy picked the guy up and like he was down on his luck and like he takes him out to like this island and like feeds him like a really good meal and all this stuff. Yes. Yeah. It was so weird. Like that book scared the crap out of me when I was a kid. And then this is what I do for a living. Funny. It may be. It may be just called The Game. I thought it was The Most Dangerous Game, but it might just be The Game. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Andrew Cunanan was the American spree killer who killed 5 people over the course of 3 months in 1997. Who was Cunanan's final victim? John Lennon, Sharon Tate, Notorious B.I.G., or Gianni Versace? You're a witch, but you're Christian, so it's a bit complicated. Became the rapper. So it's Andrew Cunanan, and who was his last victim out of his spree? A, John Lennon, B, Sharon Tate, C, the Notorious B.I.G., or D, Gianni Versace? And that you got it, Brenda. 1997. You're good at the true crime ones. Let's see. Does anybody watch ID? Because if they do, they're gonna get this. If they don't, they're not. Like, it's one of my favorite like TV personalities. So I want to ask it, but I don't feel like anybody else watches that show but me. Yeah, that was a long time ago. Let's see, what's this one? Okay. 3 prisoners famously escaped from what prison surrounded by water in 1962? A, Alcatraz, B, Eastern State Penitentiary, C, Texas State, or D, Stanford Prison? Thanks, Casto. This is fun. It's real light. That's all I wanted was some light fun with my friends. Good job, Brenda. Casto, she is kicking your ass. Yep, Adam got it too. Roy Kers. Oh, okay, let's see. Okay, so this one is for Casto because he said he likes criminal profiling. So it says, time to put your criminal minds hat on. And criminal profiling, an offender's signature is A, when an offender names themselves through the media, B, extremely violent behavior, C, behavior that is unnecessary to the crime, or D, when an offender signs their name at the crime scene. right, we're waiting on you and Adam Castro, so let's hear it. Criminal profiling an offender's signature is A, when an offender names themselves in the media, B, extremely violent behavior, C, behavior that's unnecessary to the crime, or D, when an offender signs their name at the scene. Dun, 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 da, 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 da. I know the Jeopardy theme way too well. B, extremely violent behavior, Castro says. Okay. That opens it up for you and Adam, Brenda. So we're going to take B out since Castro guessed that. You're guessing D, which is, okay. A. You guys are all wrong. All of y'all are wrong. All y'all are wrong. It's behavior that's unnecessary to the crime, which is their motive or whatever. But yeah. Yep, signature is their calling card. Mm-hmm. And the purpose of the behavior is it serves a greater psychological or emotional need for the offender. A lighthearted example is two burglars from Home Alone who clog a sink and leave it running at every house they rob. Oh God, Casto. If you could only use magic to make us stop covering people, I feel like we'd all be doing a lot better. I'd still cover Jessica Kendo. Yeah, I just still cover her too. I need to do an update on her. Hey Terry, we're just doing some trivia. We say the first time owner evokes with the cute dog. Aw. That's her dog's name? Aw, that's really cute. You're gonna collab with who? With who, Brenda? Tell us. Oh, me and you. Wait, is me and you? Oh, okay, cool. Of course. Yeah, you're gonna help me with some of my true crime content that's coming in the beginning of 2023. I'm excited. Yeah, how you doing, Terry? I hope you're good. I hope you guys are excited for Christmas. Oh, and I just wanted to thank everybody who got stuff off my wish list. Like, that was super nice and unnecessary, and you all rock. And I love this community so much. I really do. Warm my gritty little heart. With anyone comedy and philosophy, nice. Okay, here's one. Who operated an elaborate murder castle during the 1893 World's Fair in Chicago? A. John Wayne Gacy, B. H.H. Holmes, C. Mary Bell, or D. David Berkowitz? Yeah, I know everybody in the chat is sick, almost, except for Casto. I'm sorry you're sick, Terry. That sucks. But I know Adam doesn't feel well, Brenda's not feeling well, and now you. The options were I'll just start over. Who operated an elaborate murder castle during the 1893 World's Fair in Chicago? A. John Wayne Gacy, B. H.H. Holmes, C. Mary Bell, or D. David Berkowitz? Go Casto. You did it. Aw, thanks, Adam. That's sweet. Okay, let's see. Okay, which one of these killers eventually turned him or herself in? A. Eileen Wuornos, B. Gary Ridgway, C. Edmund Kemper, or D. Ted Bundy? Oh, knock on wood for that one. I got it like 3 times, Casto. Maybe more than that. B, I think. Let's see. Gary Ridgway. And that's the final answer is Gary Ridgway, and we are wrong. It was Edmund Kemper. Again, as he pops up again. Oh, let's see if you guys know this one. Okay. So we knew that John Wayne Gacy liked to dress up as his mom, the clown. But okay. So what was the name of his alter ego, the clown? Was it Funny, A, Funny, B, Pogo, C, Patsy, or D, Loco? Good job, Adam. Yeah, Adam's right. It is Pogo. You beat you, Brenda. See, he was just playing like he didn't know. He was going to come back in the second half and just whoop everybody. Let's see. Some of these are doubles. The True Crime Trivia game, they're all stealing each other's questions. You let him win. I got you. Well, this is interesting. Okay, here we go. Who helped the authorities profile the Green River Killer while in prison? A. Jeffrey Dahmer, B. Eileen Wuornos, C. Ted Bundy, or D. Edmund Kemper? I love this. We're all getting along. We're all having a good time. So much funner than the drama. D. Ooh, Dawn, coming in hot. Edmund Kemper. How are you, Dawn? It's actually Ted Bundy. Ted Bundy was the one who helped profile the Green River Killer. He actually thought that they would let him out. Well, not let him out, but let him out of his, but they didn't. I've seen it like remade in several movies on the Green River Killer. Adam's helping. It's a conspiracy to keep me from winning. What does the winner get? We haven't even decided. You guys are just like aggressively playing each other and we don't even have a prize. Winner gets dibs. Dibs on whatever. How about this? Winner gets dibs on our conversation. You can take it anywhere you want. All right, let's see. We'll do a true or false. True or false? One of Jeffrey Dahmer's victims escaped, but was returned to him by police. Casso, stop. I've been getting like a twitch in my eye for like 2 days. It's annoying the crap out of me. There you go. Castro's winning again. All right, let's see. I don't like any of these. So let's just bounce around. Let's go back and do a couple more Christmas ones. Okay. What? How many Grinch movies are there in total? I love that. I love that, Brenda. I need to mail you some homemade peanut butter cookies, Adam. They're actually good. They don't look great, but they're good. Two, you think? Two, you think? Two is the answer, and it is three actually, because I believe. Let's see. Three is right. There's the old one from like what, the 80s? Yeah, Melissa coming in hot. Yep. There are three Grinch movies. The old one, the Jim Carrey version, and the newer one. Yep. It's good to see you, honey. She just came in here and started slaying it. She was like, I don't need to say hey to anybody. She's like, I'm just gonna kill it. Okay, let's see. Where do the Griswolds live in National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation? I think I know that one. Yeah, I did. Yeah, she's gonna get everybody straight. She's gonna make you eat a whole bowl of spaghetti if she don't. I believe so. I'm gonna give that one to Brenda because I believe it is Chicago. It just says Illinois on here though. But yeah, I believe you're right. I think they live in Chicago. Ooh, okay. What is the name of the 2015 horror comedy starring a horned beast who punishes naughty children at Christmas? I know what this one is, but I want to look at it anyway. The horned beast who punishes naughty children at Christmas. What is his name? Casto got it. It's Krampus. Awesome. Okay. How many siblings does Kevin have in Home Alone? You were so close, Adam. You almost got it, but Casto stole it from you. Yeah, it's German for Santa. I thought that was right, but I wasn't sure. Or no, it's not German for Santa. It's a German story. Am I right there? Yeah, it's a German myth. That's right. Okay, Don said 2. Forgot what number that question was. Hang on one second. 2. Casto got it again. All right, let's see. Oh God. I don't know if anybody will get this one. This is for the girls in chat. Lindsay Lohan made her return to the silver screen in a new Hallmark movie last year. What is it called? Yeah, I'm interested in like the myth behind it. If you guys have any information, you should send it to me. Yeah, she actually did. You know, she just wasn't there like a Mean Girls thing that she redid? I know she was in the commercial for it with I think that it was the curly hair girl, Gretchen Wieners, and the other one, Karen. I think they were in it, but not the blonde. Hey, you're more than welcome to throw a guess in. More than welcome. If you can guess what Lindsay Lohan's silver screen Hallmark movie was last year. Actually, I liked her in the Marilyn movie. I really did. She really had like the look. Have you guys ever seen it was on Lifetime in like God, like forever ago, like maybe 2012, but it was called Liz and Dick, and it was about what's her name? Elizabeth Taylor and Richard. I can't remember his last name. I never can, but it's her husband. It was so good. So good. She was in that and she played Elizabeth Taylor and she did really, really good in that role. I was really shocked because that was back when she was still kind of playing like teenish roles. Yeah. She's like one of those. I know that she had like some Nickelodeon involvement, and she's one of the people that I wonder if like she's not 100% there because of like stuff that happened to her when she was younger. Like, because she just be doing some off the wall stuff. She's living in, I want to say Dubai, because she doesn't want to end up like Britney Spears, which I don't blame her. I would be living in Mexico or somewhere like that. Like, but I don't blame her. You know what I mean? Like, it's awful. But that's, to me, that's so sad to have to worry about like your family doing that. Like, that's the saddest part about it, because all these people made their families like so much money. I think so too. She didn't. If they're on Hallmark, there are 3 titles in differing variations: Miracle of Christmas, The Christmas Wish, and The Unexpected Thing That Happens on Christmas. Let's see. Hey. No barkies. Let me see. It was called Falling for Christmas, actually. I read something once about how child stars often get stuck at the age they became famous. Oh, that's sad. That's really freaking sad. But that actually makes a lot of sense because I was watching something like a deep dive on Shirley Temple. That's who it was. And it was gut wrenching, like how horrible her life was. And like that little girl made her family so much money. And then they like basically completely screwed her out of all of her money. And like this director had built her a house like like in, I don't know, wherever, like a big filming place in Hollywood or whatever. He had built her like a little cottage there so she could actually like spend less time commuting to and from work. And then when she ran out of money and stopped getting roles, they kicked her out of her house. Oh, so awful. It was just heartbreaking. It doesn't help that once child stars grow up, all of their interview references child movies, shows, and they never get away from it. Yeah. Same happened to Judy Garland. I know. They both have super sad stories. God, I can't even imagine. Like, I didn't really think about it like that until just now, but you're right. Like, you can't do anything without them bringing up your childhood. Like, yeah, that can't be good for like your psyche. It can't be good in general for like people to just be brought back to the same thing over and over and over and over and over. Like, that just, it can't be good for you. Especially if said thing is your trauma. You know what I mean? Like a lot of these, I feel like a lot of the females, it was trauma. So it's like you're having to answer questions and literally answer it about your trauma over and over and over, and like make up this story that isn't trauma based, because most of those people, I, I don't blame them. Like I wouldn't be out there like, oh yeah, something traumatic happened to me too. You know what I mean? And something that I would have to keep talking about. Like, I find those celebrities who do tell their stories like that extremely courageous, because I don't know that I could, because you're never going to stop being asked about it. And I think that that's one of the reasons Britney does keep a lot of her trauma hidden or like back, is because she doesn't want them to bring it up in interviews and like know like the thing to poke, if that makes sense. Like, I mean, it's the same out here. If you come online and you tell people like the one thing that you're most insecure about, that's what they will poke at. So it's terrible, but it's part, I feel, of like human behavior. Yeah, it's really sad that so many have went through it. Exactly, especially if it was a show or filmed. Yeah, wasn't good. Yeah, you can tell Brady's been through some stuff. Like it's sad, and it's like a lot of her stuff. I feel like a lot of the stuff that she does that people like are super critical on. Like I feel like it's her just trying to like heal her inner child, if that makes sense. And people not understanding that, you know what I mean? Like that's sad to me. Like, it's just very sad. She's almost not home anymore in her eyes. No, I know. And that's sad. Like you can tell, like they're completely. She has changed in that way, and to me, that's what she has changed. Like her eyes, they don't. They almost look like like she's dead. I know that sounds terrible, but just that dead in the eyes look. And one thing I've wondered is if she is still on lithium, because I've known people who are medicated on lithium, and I've seen that same look in their eyes. So I do wonder about that. If like it's a long term effect from the lithium, or if it's just like, you know, really. Give me one sec, guys. Buster, you holding it down? You holding down my string, buddy? Hmm? Holding it down? Okay. Yeah, the spinning dance. To be fair though, I've seen so many people reference like her choreography, and like she's been doing the spinning forever. Like that's always been a Britney thing. Even when she was super famous, she was just spinning around. And like she does a lot of sharp movements, and I think they catch people off guard. But if you look at it, it's like all of her choreography is intricate like that. Like it's all sharp. It all tracks, I guess is the best way to say it. Now the knives thing, like when she had the knives out and she was like tapping around and dancing, like, but I thought it was a cool idea. Like that's the thing that sucks. Like I feel like she has no freedom, and she has more freedom right now than she's had in forever. But I still feel like she has no freedom because everything she does is questioned. And we could say, well, get off social media. But that's kind of cruel. You know what I mean? Like it's really cruel to think that she can't just live and have a social media like everybody else. Like it's sad, but I know that being a celebrity, you have a different set of rules like for you than most people do. So yeah, I agree with Casto. I think that there is a version of the conservatorship that is still up and running. I just don't think the same people are behind it. I think Jamie got pitched off. But if you think about it, Jamie hasn't made a lot of statements, and I feel like that man would be out there just running his gums as hard as he could if he had lost all that money. It really concerns me that he isn't out there talking more, because I just feel like he's the type that would. Unless maybe he's not talking because he doesn't want his stuff to come up and like be exposed, but still, I don't know. He just seems like very egotistical, and I couldn't see him being quiet. That would really suck, Housedale, but I see what you're saying. Like I think that would be really shitty, but I do see what you're saying. That's a good question. What's everybody's favorite conspiracy theory? Yeah, you're right. We'll never get all the answers on it for sure. Yeah. I mean, it is very bizarre. My favorite conspiracy theory is the DB Cooper. I love it. I love it so much. She said she didn't want to perform anyway. It's weird. I love all the conspiracies surrounding JFK. I like those too. I like I like all the ones from the 60s. Like DB Cooper though, it just takes the cake in my mind because that's the one like where he jumped out of the plane after he robbed the bank, and they never found him. They never found the money. They never found anything. Like they found some of the money now, like, and I think they said they found it in like a riverbed. So maybe he fell into the water, but he jumped out of a plane and he was wearing like a parachute. So if he knew what he was doing, could have made it to the other side. Who knows? I mean, but at the end of the day, he didn't rob the bank for the thrill of it. He would have spent the money, and the money has never been retrieved. Like the serial numbers have never been matched. So I don't I don't necessarily think that he got away, but it's really interesting to think he did. Yeah, I like cold cases. I like cold cases and I hate them too. They're not. Yeah, the gold that is really good or really interesting at least. I don't know. I think that conspiracy theories. I think there's no harm in them as long as you don't go too far. All the way to treasure, yeah, all the way to treasure from WW2. It's really interesting. I isn't Argentina one of the places they think that it's hidden, or some of it? An East German spy week. Brenda, you're gonna kill me. Choke me to death. Like what nation or how many guys? Yeah, I know, right? Like that is true. It's very true. It's kind of like Freemasonry. Like Freemasonry is everywhere. You know what I mean? It's like everywhere. And what do we know about it? you know? I love this spy rumor. We're just gonna run with it. You should start like opening your channel. Welcome back. This is all you need to know about spying with Brenda. I have so much to do tonight. I don't want to do any of it. Yeah, that was good. Oh God, that would be funny. That would be really funny. That would be real funny. I would be down for that, Brenda. That's gonna be her whole point in life, Casto. She's good though. You're gonna have to work at it. Yep, cat. He's gonna get you. Not really interested in conspiracy theories necessarily, but they can tell us about culture at that moment in time, why certain people find conspiracies compelling. That's interesting. I never thought about it like that. That's interesting. I'd like that, Casto. I think you'd be good at that. Definitely do. No, you're good, girl. I like history. I'm not good at it, but I like it. What is everybody's theory on aliens? Do you think they exist? One in the chat if they exist. Two if you think that it's all BS. Probably the way we teach high school history. Yeah, my high school history was taught by our football coach, and he didn't know anything. Okay, so you don't believe in it is two, and you shit. I forgot. I say one if you believe it, two if you don't. So Adam believes it. Dawn and Brenda don't. Well, what I was gonna say. Let's see. Define alien. Sorry, I think it was all a distraction. New time travelers. Again. Get advanced. Um. Visitors from another realm who came here and advanced our society. I'll put it that way. I would say, yeah, advanced life forms. Because I was going to mention like pyramids and Giza and all the things there that they found, like all the different things where like it's just unexplainable. And like some of the hieroglyphs they found, they're unexplainable. Like it to me, it's really interesting. Oh yeah, that it is. It is garbage, but it's interesting. But I mean, realistically, any living thing, because realistically, to me, I feel like humans are a bit egotistical because how egotistical is it that we believe that our world is the only one in an entire universe with the right conditions for any life form to exist? Any, not just humans, but any life form. I mean, to me, that is egotistical. I also think there are aliens. They were advanced enough to get to our planet. We'd be so screwed because they would have the technology far more advanced than we do. I mean, that's a good point. Well, okay, Brenda, what is your theory on how things like size and weight of rocks, etc. Like, there's no explanation for how they were moved, how they were cut, things like that, and like not just in Egypt, but in like the Mayans, same thing. Like the way that they cut their rocks, it's like the only thing that can do it now, like with the same precision, is a laser. So that to me is one of the more interesting pieces. See, I know there are living organisms on other planets, so maybe that would be considered aliens, but nothing similar to us. Now my mind can be changed. I'm flexible on that. Yeah, yeah. And see, like, that's the thing. What consists of an alien? Is it could a fish be an alien? You know what I mean? Like, there's so many different types of planets and whatnot. Like, there could be anything out there. We have no idea. None. Back from the past now. Gotta get back in time. Oh, that's nerdy. I just sung a song from Back to the Future. Magic refresh. Yeah, what are lava bugs? Explain that. I've heard of them, but what are they? Aren't they beetle type creatures that live in lava? I might be wrong, but they can live in like intense heat. I think. Maybe wrong, right or wrong. I'm not sure. Just organisms that can adapt to living in lava. Yes, beetle type. See, I should have been playing the trivia with you guys. I would have been winning it all. Right? It's interesting. Well, it's kind of like stink bugs. Like, I don't know if you guys have, well, I'm pretty sure they're all over the US, but stink bugs came to the US in like 2005. There wasn't any of them here in 2005. They were like a Chinese, I want to say Chinese bug, or they were, only on the continent of Asia. And now they've come here and they've like basically infiltrated and like spread completely. And there's like very little ways to kill them and things like that. Like, it's interesting. Bugs are very interesting. I don't like them. I don't want to touch them, but bugs are interesting. No pesticide that works on stink bugs. It's crazy. My friend's dog, this is kind of unrelated, but he would eat those. Like, he loved to do it. And like, there was nothing that could do to stop them. And like, one day he got really sick and like, he threw up a bunch. And like, his throw up was like lime green. It was so weird. It was so weird. Like, I don't know if it's something in them or what, but he had eaten a bunch of them and it looked like lime green throw up. It was horrible. No, he actually didn't. Tardigrades is what I believe I'm thinking of, by the way. Is that the name of the lava bug? Tardigrades. It's interesting. Hmm. I see a word like tardigrades and my mind goes to what's that movie with Kevin Bacon? Tremors. Those big ass bugs that they were riding. Yes, they can allegedly exist in 0 and above boiling temperatures. That is so crazy. That's so crazy. Yeah, Britta, when you doing a live? I like to be in chat. I haven't been in chat a few days and I want to be. Oops. I think Brenda and I would both go live more if we had a topic to talk about. Like I really like being live. I like just chatting with you guys, but I always feel like a dick if I don't have a topic. She won't tell you because you're gonna be silly in her chat. We know that's your calling card. We know that's your signature, Castel. Mm-hmm. With the Dunsets cap. That's what happens. But yeah, like this is what I like. This is what I like about YouTube. I like the socialization factor, and it's like I think that it feels like so many people. I was literally talking to Brenda about this earlier. It feels like so, or actually Brenda and Casto. So most of you, like a percentage of the people in here, um, it feels like people are taking away the socialization factor of YouTube, and that really sucks because that's why I came. Like that's why I'm on this app is socialization, like friends, like getting to know people in different walks of life. I find that very interesting how we can all live in, like, say, the United States, but our lives can be drastically different. I mean, life in just one part of the world and then 500 miles away can be drastically different. So I find that very interesting. Yeah, I know. People are in the bushes, but that's okay. I'm fine with it. Definitely, that's what the point to build a community where everyone can get along and just chat and hang out. Yeah, and like I've worked for people and I've seen people who really I've had bosses who really, really appreciated their audience and like would do hours of outreach, tweeting at people on Twitter and like talking to people. Like they actually had subs that they were still like friends with and whatnot. And then I've worked for people who they see that number and it is just a number and it is just something that gets them their income, which I don't know what's the right way to be is. I don't know if you should be tight with your subs. I don't know if that's something you should do because I can understand how that would become a conflict of interest later on. But I also feel like the people that I've worked with who I know for a fact don't talk to any of their subs and like they're just very dickish. That always felt wrong to me. Like that's who's paying your bills. That's who's afforded you with this life. And you could say you appreciate it all you want, but how much do you appreciate it if you're not willing to just like hang out with people? Like so many different YouTubers don't do lives. Like they don't do any kind of lives. They don't do any kind of anything unless you're in like a Patreon group or something where you're paying for it. And I just feel like that's so crappy. Like there are so many who have on their Patreon, you'll see like $5 to DM with me, $10 to be a part of this, $30 to be a part of my live chats. And it's like, I'm not paying you to watch a movie with you. Like, I want to watch movies with you guys and just watch a movie with you guys. That would be fun. But like, I don't know, like, TOS keeps us from that. But I just think it's only bad if creators don't have boundaries, in my opinion. I agree, Melissa. That's true. I do think boundaries are a thing. I think you have to have boundaries, and I think that you also have to know once you hit a point where there is a power imbalance, and that could be any point. That's the hard part because I think that could be any point in your career. I think that could be 10 subscribers, and that could be 10 million. You know what I mean? I think it's different for every individual creator. Somewhere in the middle, of course. It's hard not to get close to your subs who have been there for a long time, but then if you have a falling out with them, it usually becomes a big deal among other subs. Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen like mod fallouts where it's been really, really bad. And that's something too, like you don't always know whose intentions are good. And I think we've all, had an up close encounter of the unfortunate kind in that, with not knowing whose intentions are good or pure or true or whatever. But I don't know, it's just sucky to me to believe that everybody's are bad. You're probably better off if you believe that they are bad. But I don't know, man. I don't want this stuff to change my heart at the end of the day. You know what I mean? I don't want it to make me think that people are bad. I don't want it to make me think that, I don't know, that people aren't real. Understatement, Melissa. Castro, I won't engage in drama or any of that, but that's just me. Casto, but the Patreon creators are making that, yeah, cash grab. It's insane how much some creators are making off Patreon. Like, it really is insane. Like, if you have a favorite YouTuber and they don't have memberships on YouTube and they have a Patreon, go look and see how many patrons they have, and you'll figure out exactly why they're not giving up that Patreon money. And also, I think Google takes a bigger cut than Patreon. I think Patreon takes something like 25 to 30%, and I want to say that YouTube takes like 40 or more. Yeah, I get that. You'll donate to a creator, but you have standards. Yeah, it's like donating to a creator or tipping a creator, even that's one thing. But like paying them to interact with you, that just doesn't sit right in my gut. Like, I feel like your subs are who makes you. Your subs are who makes it to where you get a paycheck. So they shouldn't have to pay you too. You know what I mean? Like, the view is enough. And that's why I've always said, like, it means the world to me that people come to my streams and they watch them, because you don't have to do that. Like, that's something that is, you have so many options on this app and you choose to like spend your time with me. And that means something to me. And I see so many people that it just doesn't mean anything to, and it's sad. Oh, let's see. Brenda says, it irks me when creators are like, you can have my own personal number if you're paying me $5 a month. We know who you're talking about, Brenda. I'm kidding, but yeah, I hate that. And I also, it's so easy to have a Google number. It is so easy. You don't have to give your personal cell phone number out. You know what I mean? And it's like, there's so many people, like, there seems to be no good middle ground. There are people who will overshare and give everything and not have any kind of boundaries or limits with their subs. And then you'll have the other half who don't seem to have any care in the world for their subs or any care, about that type of thing. But like, I think that there can be a middle ground. I really do. I really think that. But then how would you complain about how busy you are responding to all the subs that reach out to you, right? I'm so busy, y'all. Or how would I complain about how busy I am that I get proof and evidence all day in my inbox? That's one of my favorites. I just kept getting sent the clip. Girl, like 2 people did. I know that from experience. I've been sent stuff and it's always like 2 people that send it. Like, you know what I mean? It's never like 50 million people that you don't know. It's usually like somebody you know. It's always funny to me when I hear that one. I'm glad Melissa's in here. It's been a long time since I've seen you in chat, girl. It's been a long time since I've not had drama and I've seen you in chat. Yeah, I hate when people talk down to subs. That irritates me beyond belief. Like, I can't. I really I dislike that with vehement burning. Like, I hate it. Yeah, we did drama free. Was Melissa here though? Well, she might have been. Too many creators don't seem to understand they're a tiny bit indebted to their subs for the time they're being given from their supporters. Yes, exactly that. They do not seem to understand that just the time is enough. And like, they don't seem appreciative of that. And that to me is just, it always gives me a icky feeling. But also, creators need to learn to ask people not to send them if watching. It triggers them and they get it themselves into trouble. That's on them, in my opinion. 100%. You're 100% right, Melissa. Hang on one sec, guys. I'm going to grab something to drink, and I'll be right back. Scooch. Scooch, scooch. Boys, scoots. Scoot, scoots. Hey, Bill. Okay, you got a scoots, Buster. Okay. Oh, let's see. Melissa, but also, okay, got that one. Good point, my bad. It's Indigo's fault. I see some of that too, Melissa. Paying for interactions seems icky. Might as well be OnlyFans. Go Adam. Yep. 100%. Like, I see no difference in it. I mean, I maybe can get it if you're like an over 1 million sub channel and you still interact somewhat with your subscribers. Like, let's say you do a live once a month, right? And then you have a Patreon where you have like one tier and people come in and you do movie night like once a week or whatever. Like, I could see that being something worth paying for. But I still feel like you should do the live once a month with everyone because they're giving you their time. You know what I mean? But to be fair, creators that aren't monetized and also work should get a little something from the subs. I agree with that, Casto, because it is hard. Like, it is hard to build your channel. It's hard to do like the research. It's hard to do all of that. And until you're monetized, it's a lot. It's a whole lot. So yeah, I agree with that. I think, and like Brenda, I truly think that you should just get paid off the views. Period. Like everyone, like it shouldn't be a monetization. I don't know. As I think about that, I don't know. You know what I mean? It's like I think everybody should get paid for their views because at the end of the day, what about all of these channels who never hit the milestone to be monetized, but they have all these views? You know what I mean? Is that just YouTube's money? Or is that why there's such a big pay disparity in like smaller creators and bigger creators? You know, like there's so many questions I have about it. I'm not very well versed, to be honest with you. I never got into the money side of things, but I don't know. It's interesting for sure. I know they keep stealing my chair. Bill went and got his own chair and he's laying like, it's cute. They always steal my chair. I have to wrap gifts. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. To be fair, no one truly wants to be on YouTube to enforce all the rules. Yeah. I get that. Yeah. Because if they did, it would be, I don't know, it'd be kind of sucky, but I'm not going to lie. Like, they need to cut out some of the automated system and work a little bit more, I feel like, on having real humans in those situations because some things I think go through the automated system and the automated system doesn't pick them up as scary or wrong or in violation. And then if a real human saw that, I feel like they could pick up context clues that AI just cannot pick up and would see like the seriousness of some doxing that goes on this platform or threats, things like that. I know we are going more automated every day. Oh, I'm about to log off too. You can't bribe him. He sent me coffees. Got you, Brenda. All right, guys, but I'm gonna hop off too. I gotta wrap these presents and do stuff. I don't feel like it, but I'm gonna. Night. I'll talk to you later, Brenda. All right, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Well, I won't see you tomorrow because I'm not streaming tomorrow, but I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.